What a storm. Look at those trees blow, and much of the Boise metro area saw downpours of rain, gusty wind, rolling thunder, and frequent flashes of lightning as Ada County was under a flood advisory earlier tonight. That advisory has since lifted in the Treasure Valley. This video you're seeing is from a couple hours ago, and some of you, since it's lifted, have posted photos of gorgeous double rainbows.
And some lightning strikes as well. A lot of water in some places around the Treasure Valley. Storm, though, continued up in the mountains and into Elmore County as well, where people there under a severe thunderstorm warning until about a half hour ago. That has since lifted and the rain is now gone. Neighborhoods across Boise, Garden City, Eagle, and Meridian are now dealing with flooding in low-lying areas for the most part. That
includes parts of the connector and downtown Boise, and many people across Boise dealt with power outages, even downed trees. We've got team coverage of this storm tonight. Our Abby Davis is live at the Western Idaho Fair, where tonight's concert was postponed because of the weather.
Yeah, but first, let's get on over to Idaho's chief meteorologist, Rick Lance, because we had a lot of rain in a short amount of time. How much was it, Rick?
It was in just the first 20 minutes. We had a quarter of an inch of rain, if you can imagine that came through the area. And look at the rain. Some video that was provided by Bailey here at Channel 7, so we appreciate that. You see the rain coming down, but the total for about the storm entirely, which was about an hour and a half, from some estimates around the city, we had 3/4 of an inch of rain. You know, it's not very often that we have a hurricane that originates just shortly above, or just a short distance above the equator, brings up all that warm moisture, and of course with that we've still seen a little bit of the remnants of what's left of that, and it can really produce quite a thunderstorm. So let me just talk about this storm, because some people probably said, what storm? And I believe that when you take a look at this on the radar, it came up just right through Boise, and really the line was right along the Canyon County, Ada County line. Meridian had some rain, Boise had some rain that pulled through there, and right now it's basically up past Idaho City. It's just west of Stanley. This was a very fast-moving storm that pushed through the area, and of course they had a lot of rain that moved through with it. We had thunder and lightning that we heard, even some hail that came in with that storm. Did I miss anything? I guess we'll talk about a little more about that when it comes up.
It brought a lot with it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, thank you. The storm is impacting the Western Idaho Fair, which, as we mentioned, Abby Davis is out right now. That fair, this time of year, typically hot and dry conditions while it's in town.
Yeah, and Abby Davis there live now with a look at what the heavy rain did to the fair and kind of how it impacted the show. It was happening at the grandstand tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm told some people ended up leaving the fair a little bit early tonight because of all of the rain and bad weather, but some people stayed, they braved it, and you can tell behind me, I mean, most of the rides are still going on. People are screaming, having tons and tons of fun, but it did impact tonight's concert with Smash Mouth. They ended up going on around 9 p.m., which is about an hour and a half later than originally scheduled. If you look around the fairgrounds, I'm looking right now, you can still see some puddles, but a lot of the more severe flooding happened in other areas of Ada County. A flood advisory and thunderstorm warning, like Morgan and Brian talked about earlier, those were sent out and both were lifted around 9. There is also a flood advisory for Crouch and concerns of rock and mudslides along Banks to Loman Road. Parts of eastern Oregon are under a flood watch as well. Those should last until midnight. Boise State University sent out a Bronco alert around 8 p.m., telling people to stay inside because of all the flooding. The university also sent another alert just before 9 p.m., telling students even though there wasn't any more lightning, there was still some flooding. They encouraged people to avoid several intersections around campus and just stay vigilant. The storm did cause several hundred power outages. Idaho Power data shows most of those happened around downtown and the Boise airport. You can check out their outage map and our storm coverage on our website, ktvb.com. And an important reminder from the Ada County Highway District, officials are asking people to check their storm drains and clear any debris to help people or to help prevent more flooding. You should also report any downed trees or severe flooding to ACHD if you do come across that. But like Rick said earlier, the storm is now past. Here at the fair, it's open until 11 p.m. tonight. People are walking around, still having tons of fun. The concert is still going on, so even though some people did leave, they said, the weather was not really for me tonight. A lot of people did stick around, and they just toughed it out. And it turned out to be pretty nice, Morgan and Brian.
Yeah, humid, but a nice night.
A little late start for Smash Mouth and Spin Doctors.
Yeah.
Looking at the video of the storms in downtown Boise is reminiscent of what happened last spring.
Oh,
we had
yeah.
a bunch of rain in a short amount of time. A lot more rain then, but still.
Shutting down the connector.
And
at that
flooding
time,
some of the
too.
basement businesses in downtown Boise.
That's right.
Check on that overnight tonight and tomorrow. But not as much rain this time, but still a lot of rain.
Yeah, and definitely some impacts and inconvenience. All right, Abby Davis live for us. It's important to note we do have more coverage of this storm on our website, ktvb.com. I also think this is an important time to note too, Brian. If you come across in your car a flooded area, don't try to drive through it. Turn around. The National Weather Service says most flood deaths actually happen inside cars.
Yeah, turn around, don't drown is the slogan there.